It was when I was 10 that I developed my fear of roller skating. We'd gone to visit you in San Francisco and I fell square on my ass and got a whopping purple bruise and couldn't sit properly for days. Sometime thereabouts, you caught me staring at the washing machine drum as my clothes spun. It was like I thought that the watching was part of the process. And it was around then that I gradually discovered you were gay. It wasn't so much the fact that you and Uncle John shared a bed, it was more that you shared a wardrobe. Wardrobes seemed like very private places. You had once given me The Lion, the Witch and the Wardrobe as a birthday gift. Said it had been your favourite as a child. Years later, when I was in my early 20s, you met me at the tiny airport in Santa Rosa, barely a landing strip for the planes. Said you'd missed me, just like in that song my mum used to sing to help me fall asleep about the boat leaving Calais bound for Liverpool Bay. You took me to all your old haunts in the Castro one afternoon and we drank cocktails and danced with the one other gay under the mirror ball. You recounted stories about old friends, parties, secret codes, celebration and illness. Together we went to Pride, giggled at the fetish gear, cheered the dykes on bikes. And when I went on walks by myself to the great redwoods, you insisted on giving me fat green notes and I bought a chunky slab of pumpkin pie and a coffee and contemplated on my good fortune. You got me fancy granola from the health food shop. You drove me to the anarcho-feminist commune near Sebastopol. We were greeted by a guy wearing only boxers with a big rip in them, just in the right place. You barely lifted an eyelid. When I decided it was the right place for me, you drove me back with my backpack and entrusted me to those dreamers with their green beans fermenting in their jars. And it was there I heard the toads at night, played tripped-out music and tree houses just as beautiful as any dawn chorus, milked a goat for the first time, held a newborn goat for the first time, generally bonded with a goat for the first time. And you were not so happy that me and my new friend hitchhiked to Sophie Sellers, but were really happy to show me off to all your customers who were very charmed and joyful and well, American. We ate all the hors d'oeuvres we could, olives and artichokes and artisan breads. The bed in your spare room I nicknamed The Cloud. We watched movies and sang songs to the piano again like when I was small and had deep conversations about how difficult things had been by the Russian River. When it was time to go, it felt hard. I'd seen a different life, a calmer life, a life of munching on purslane by a wood-fired stove and visiting you at the weekends for that little bit of luxury. A life of waking up with sunshine dappling my cheeks. A life of birdsong on the patio in the morning, the predictable but immense fog creeping over the boughs. For a moment I thought, maybe I can find a way to stay. Maybe I don't need to go back where I was before. Back to Brighton, back to campus, back to the grey sea. But that was only a moment. I knew there were other places I needed to be, things I needed to write, selves I needed to discover, poems I needed to finish.